And we are live. What's good, Josh? Your man, DL Saint. Welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling? Time to do part 2 of I really want to know friend zone to husband. We were talking about this yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to get through it. So today I just wanted to kind of put a bow tie on it, man, finish it up. Hope you guys are doing all right. Happy Thursday. Things is situation normal out there, man. Everything's crazy. Right? Everything is crazy, bro. Yesterday I was in the car and I was talking about the $230 million that Trump wants the Justice Department to pay him to put in his pocket. Go and watch that car video. It's out there in my videos, man. I posted it today. Bro, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here, man. I don't know what else to say. Relationship stuff, what's going on in the world, politics. It's crazy out here, bro. It's crazy out here, and everything is politics. So let's finish up our conversation from yesterday, guys. We have a video from the Is Giving podcast, and we're just gonna finish that up. So I'm sitting here now trying to, get my head right. I've been running around doing all kind of stuff, but let me take a moment and let's get going. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Get some indeed. So yeah, bro, we want to get back into this, man. We're gonna talk, a little bit of a red pill take, a little bit of a red pill lens on relationships. This is something that we all talk about, man. This is probably the biggest topic right now out there, not just on YouTube, but just in mainstream media. Everyone's talking about, dating, the dating world, what's going on, the loneliness epidemic, and all that. In fact, there's a video out there. There was a TikTok. This woman did a TikTok. She's walking away from a bar. It was the typical, ladies going out. She went out by herself because she basically wanted attention. She kept saying she wanted affection, but she wanted attention. Anton talked about it. A couple other big platforms talked about it. And they saw her TikTok and they put it up and then they commented on it, right? Because that's what happens in YouTube. That's what happens on social media. The woman found out, because it trended a little bit. She saw herself on Anton's platform, read all the contents and got mad. And she was saying, now she's completely 100% victim. I put this video out there for just my friends, although my page is public. It's like, well, it's public then, shorty. You put it out there, somebody gonna talk about it, right? That's just how it works. If you're an artist and you make a painting, or you're a craftsman and you make some sort of bicycle or a chair or something, right? Let's say you're a craftsman and you make a rocking chair. If that painting or that rocking chair is inside your home and somebody comes and uses it or repurposes it or comments on it or whatever, that person who came into your house has a problem because they got into your home. You're not supposed to do that. That's a violation of your privacy. You can't do that. You can't go in somebody's house and just use their stuff and then talk about it, right? You can do it, but you're going to get arrested. It's illegal. But if you take that stuff and you put it outside, you take that stuff and you put it in the public square, which is what YouTube is. This is what social media is. This is like the virtual public square. If you put it in the public square, people are going to come. They're going to look at it. If you got a painting, they're going to look at it and make their comments on it. If you got a chair, they're going to come get in your rocking chair and rock back and forth. They're going to use your stuff. Right? They're going to comment on your stuff. And then you can't get mad once that happens. It's public. So anyway, she, typical, went to a bar trying to get attention. She couldn't get any attention. She was trying to talk to dudes. She said she shot at 2 dudes and got shot down. We'll talk about this too. Don't get it twisted. We're going to talk about this. I want to bring the video up so you guys can see it if you haven't seen it already. And she was walking away and, she failed. Her mission failed. Now this woman is she's typical, like just your basic American. The average American is either overweight or obese. She fits in that category. So she falls in the 75% of Americans, right? On that scale of 0 to 10 that we always talk about over here, she's in the bottom third, right? She's in that 0 to 3 level, 0 to 3, somewhere in there. She's got tattoos that was showing. She's overweight. She got her nose ring, not very attractive, and she's feeling dejected. Like, why is this? How come I can't get attention from men? It's like, so people commented, right? Because you put this video out there. It's in the public square. People commented and talked about it. So we're going to get into it. But I said all that just to set the stage. Like, this is what people are talking about. This is the one area that folks are seeking help in. A lot of women, right? Dudes, we've been dealing with this our whole life. It is what it is. This is part of being a man. This is the existence that a lot of guys live. You can be in the bottom 80 and don't get it. Women don't see you, or you be in the top 20 and you got other issues you got to deal with. Right. So, but you are seen by women. That ain't one, but you got other things you got to deal with. So, that's just life. And social media and this technology is making it to where people can comment and, get the conversation going and all that. So we're going to talk about that, man. We'll probably break down the Anton video, but it's, this is how it is, ladies. If there are any ladies watching this, I hope you guys are watching. Here's the deal. If you're going to go out there and you're trying to shoot your shot, you got to be realistic with it. If you are a 3, don't go out there trying to get yourself a 10. That's what you're going to do because you see what you see, you like what you like, but just understand, right? You're probably not going to be successful if you're a 3, if you're in the bottom third and you're going after somebody in the top third. And we're living in a society now where the men are like, okay, ladies, if you want to be equal, we're truly going to treat you equal. We're not going to make you feel good. We're not going to let you down easy. And I'm one of those guys that when I'm out and about, if I'm sitting at the bar or if I'm in the lounge somewhere having a drink and some woman comes up to me that I'm not interested in, I will walk away. The moment I tell she's trying to holler at me, she's trying to shoot her shot, I will leave. If I'm not interested, I'm leaving. I just walk away. I'm not giving excuses. And if she asks me, if she persists, if she chased me, like if she chased me around the spot like a Pepe Le Pew, I'm gonna let her know what it is. Right? I can't tell you how many times I've been let down hard on my face, and I try not to do it. But men are at a place right now where they're like, "Hey, man, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Let me just disengage. I'm not even trying to mess with her." And then women like, "Well, why won't you talk to her? She's not that bad and da-da-da." Because I don't want to. She's not what I'm looking for. She doesn't make the cut. I don't want to tell her this, but I will. That's what I have to do to get her to leave me alone. And trust when I tell you, there's been times when I've had to retreat to the VIP to get away from women. I had to retreat to the VIP, which was crazy. It was crazy. And they couldn't get in. Security had to stop them. And they like pointing at me and I'm telling security, I don't know them women, man. Security had to stop them. Like, sorry, ladies, you can't go back here. We want to go back there. Well, it's a 2-bottle minimum. If you want to come back here, go talk to the salesperson over there. And that's a 2-bottle minimum. We'll get you set up. Right. And I was in the spot where the cheapest bottle in there was like $800 that night. So if you really want to go talk to him, the bouncer's like, if you really want to go holler at dudes, it's going to cost you $1,600. Needless to say, I didn't have, those ladies were gone. They left. Right. And guys just aren't, guys have taken the gloves off in the sense that they're not going to let women down easy anymore. They just don't care. They're just going to keep it moving. They're going to say what they got to say, keep it moving. They're going to move off. And you see how the roles are starting to reverse. There's a role swap here. Women are out here pursuing the top tier guys. The top tier guys are like, really? Go away somewhere, man. Or tell your girl to come here. Like guys would be like, you with her? Tell her to come here. Which that makes the women mad too. Right. So anyway, that's what's going on. Right. And then when you do find the woman that you want, you still, man, there's protocols out here, bro. You got to be careful. And that's what we're talking about here. This is going to be part 2. We're back to the It's Giving podcast. That's Sarah. And then homeboy is her fiance. Let's pull it up. There it is. Right. Sarah's very, very, very attractive. And it's funny too. Like this woman is really attractive. I'm talking about no makeup attractive. There's a video I found of her. They did a short where she scrubbed her makeup off. because people were saying, I bet you're not pretty with your makeup on or whatever. Her homegirl producer, whoever it is in the background, was like, yo, guys, she wakes up looking like that. Then she'll run to the bathroom, put on all this makeup. I don't know why. Sarah was talking about why she wears all the makeup. So she sat there and she scrubbed the makeup off while sitting on camera, bro. That woman is attractive. Like, she is the real deal. To me, that is, ladies, if you're naturally beautiful, don't put on makeup. You should only put on makeup for like very special occasions. Don't put on makeup. If you look good, just getting out of bed, cool. Put on some lotion or whatever. Do your skincare routine and put some Vaseline on your lips or something. You're good to go. Pull your hair back. That is the most attractive state, in my opinion, for a woman. When she just gets up, pulls her hair back, you know what I mean? No makeup, just walking around being beautiful. Like, if you're a naturally beautiful person, if you're a naturally beautiful woman, don't wear makeup. Certainly don't wear it every day. Right. So we're going to get into that, but we have that video as well. We're going to show that video before we get out of here on this live, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. The other video, when we was talking about the old girl that went to the bar, we'll do that later on in the week. We'll do that some other time. Appreciate y'all, tolerating me. I know I'm on all kind of times. I'm all over the place, but I appreciate it. Thank you for rocking with me. Do me a favor, as always, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, because we're going to continue to try to grow this platform. To this day, man, I hope one of these days I bump into, probably in a year or so, once my daughter graduates, I'll be able to really get back to my networking like I normally network. I'm going to network my way into some people with YouTube, maybe go to one of the big YouTube events or whatever, talk to some people at YouTube. And, it's good when you catch these people away from the event. You catch them at the after hours or something like that, or after party, and they're drinking. Get cool with them. They see you're not a weirdo, man. They might let you know, like, they do shadow ban. Yeah, the algorithm is programmed for this. Yeah, they're not really too crazy about this genre or that genre. I don't want to report it. I just want to know that's what's going on. And I think that's one of the things that messes YouTube up. They don't tell people what they're looking for because it'll make them look bad to society. But I mean, you have people on your platform. I'm talking about YouTube. It's like, hey, YouTube, tell me what you like and what you don't like. I mean, people know that there's censorship out here. People know that the platform doesn't want certain content. So like, well, we're going to do male improvement stuff. How do you want us to do it? Right? How do you want us to do it? So let people know. And if you tell people, hey, man, this is what we're looking for, fine, we can do that. And then, we can let get the true algorithm, put the information out there and see if people want to consume it. But when I look at YouTube and I look at it every day, that's what I do. I'm just trying to study the platform. I compare my content to what's out there, what's being talked about, what words are being used, all that good stuff, right? I'm looking at what I have here versus what's out there. And I look at other platforms. There's a platform I looked at the other night. They had like 73 subscribers, and they dropped a video about relationship stuff. You could tell they're just getting started. They're putting some money into their operation. They're doing good. Their audio is coming along. The video is perfect, right? They're doing their thing. 73 subscribers. They had a video with over 10,000, and the video was only up for like a day or two. And they had like over 10,000 views on that one video. I'm like, damn, how did that happen? Talking about the exact same stuff. Like, how did that happen? Why did the algorithm catch that? And then, I always look at the subs. I'm like, it's not enough subs yet. Maybe the algorithm is under the radar of the algorithm. So it's just putting the stuff out there or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. But I'm going to keep doing it. At some point, eventually, I mean, it's a whole lot of people on planet Earth. At some point, I think we'll get some traction. And I'm not looking to be Mr. Beast. I'm not looking to be Joe Rogan. I'm not looking, to be, hit fresh and fit numbers, in their prime. I'm not looking to do that. But I would like to see what type of viewership we can build. I think that this content should land, an average of like, 5 to 10,000 per video. To be honest, I look at what's out there and I'm like, yeah, I'm right there. Like, I'm right there. But the algorithm, we'll have videos like it shoots up right away. It'll shoot up. Then it'll get to about between 25 and 50 views, and it'll, level out every video, every time. Like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, huh? Okay, it is what it is. But let's get back to what we came here to talk about, man. We came here to talk about this couple. They're engaged, and this is the part I really wanted to hone in on. Like, we talked about a bunch of stuff yesterday. We were kind of looking at the video. I was kind of waiting for this part to come up. I've skipped ahead. We're going to talk about, basically, she was talking about her age and how she was saying the internet says that she is too old. She's cooked because she's over 35. She doesn't have any kids and all this other kind of stuff. And again, that came from that Paul Pierce video when she went on Paul Pierce's show. And I guess other people have been saying stuff. So she's going to bring that up. But, so we're right before that part. But they're going to be talking about something else, I guess, between them and their relationship. Guys, when you out here, especially if you're successful, you've done the work, right? You're not a weirdo. You have the height, you're fit, you have the money, you have the clout, you have the networking capability, like you're accepted by other high value men, all that kind of stuff, right? You are truly a high value man. Dude, if you are that guy, you get to choose. Now, if you decide you want to choose whatever woman you're going to choose, don't assume simply because you got down on one knee and asked her to marry you that she is the one. Like, this guy is saying, like, yeah, they've been together for 6 months. And he's like, yeah, that was his thing. Like, when I meet the one that I want, I'm going to marry her in 6 months. Man, okay, that sounds good, right? I mean, it really sounds like a dream to me, but it's like, bro, you have to vet people. You have to vet them. 6 months is no time. You need more time than that, bro. You need 2 years. Minimum 24 months, bro. Minimum, to find out who that person is. And you have to pay attention. So keep your emotions in check. Do not allow your emotions out on the woman right away. I mean, look at this woman right here. She is beautiful. Do not allow your emotions out until she's fully vetted. Because if you allow your emotions out, you're going to miss any red flags, any issues. You're going to miss it. You let your emotions out, that's putting on those rose colored glasses, and you're setting yourself up for a potential fail. Potentially. I mean, you might get lucky. You might just come across a woman who really is cool like that and whatever, but when you choose that woman, you want the woman that's going to be with you through the good times and the bad. Right? Because if you out there making moves, you making money, you doing stuff, man, things can happen. The economy can turn on a dime. Things can happen. You can make one bad play. I made one bad play a year and a half ago, and I'm still trying to recover from it, bro. One bad play. I think it cost me up front $15,000. It was a $15,000 thing. They just wiped me out, just put me under. That one bad play was the first of a series of events that hit me at the same time. It was like, wow, it really knocked me off my mark, bro. It's kind of like standing on a deck of a ship and a big wave comes over and just wipes you off the ship. Now you got to somehow try to swim back to the ship. It's one of those kind of things. You want a woman that's going to be down with you when you make that mistake. When that thing happens, you want her to still be there. But in this particular case with this woman right here, I'm pretty sure, like, if his financial situation changes and he can't provide the type of lifestyle that she wants, demands, she's going to be gone. She's not going to hold him down. That's my take on it. But, time will tell. And then you got guys who are like, hey, man, they don't take financial risks. Some dudes don't fall. They don't stumble. They're solid. They're rock solid. This is what we do. This is how I do it. And they don't have to really worry about it. You got guys out there who don't take any risky investments. They're just doing the stuff that they know works. And they stick with it. Like, they're not going to take, a big, and I didn't do that, guys. It's not like, oh, I took a bunch of money and tried to get into crypto, or I took a bunch of money and bought some EFT. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. It was something else, right? It was something else I was trying to do. And it just, like I said, a series of things happen and boom, money gets locked down and there's nothing you can do. Like, I needed that so I can take care of all these other things, because you're thinking like, oh, I got that over there. It's always going to be there. It might not be. Or I got that over there, you know what I mean, I'm good to go. And then all of a sudden that financial institution goes under. Or I got that over there, and then, you know, you find out your accountant wasn't doing the job that you thought they were doing. And here comes the IRS and they start freezing stuff. There's all sorts of things that can happen. If it happens, you want your woman that's gonna stand by your side during the downturn. You want her. And it's like, well, how do you know, DL? Yo, Unc, how do you know she's the one? Because that's the one that wants to be with you no matter what. That's the one that doesn't care about the car or the house. She doesn't want to go to the finest restaurant. It'd be nice if you want to take her there, but she'll be with you if you're in McDonald's. She'll rub your back and rub your feet and cook your dinner for you, even if you're the manager of Walmart, trying to get back on your feet. You want her. You want the woman that wants you. Like, that's what you want. You want a woman that is into you and not into the things that you provide. That's what you want. That's what you're looking for. And she is hard to find, guys. She's hard to find. And the older we get, the harder it is to find her, because she's not going to want to struggle later in life. Right? You want to find her when she's young. That's why normally, you know, it's the people who meet when they're young, they go the distance a lot of the times. Right? Because she was there when there was nothing going on. She was in the gym with you. She's feeding you rebounds so you can work on your shot. You know what I mean? You want her. She's the one holding it down while you doing your two jobs. You're working at the restaurant, and you working over here at the factory, and you got your side hustle going. She's the one making sure that you get as much sleep as you possibly can. She's making sure your uniform look good. She's packing your lunch. She's preparing your breakfast. She's taking care of some of the bills. That's the one you want. Like, that's the one. So anyway, let's get into this. And this is the two of them just having this conversation. And mind you, this guy doesn't really want to be here doing this interview, but he did it. Why? Because that's what she wanted. So he did it. And they were talking about food and stuff when we did part one. And he's been asking her to fry him some chicken, and she still hasn't done it. She kept saying, I'll fry the chicken. But you didn't thaw the meat. And he's like, I'll stop at the store and go get the meat right now. No, you got to thaw the meat. Does that sound like someone who is right, down for you? Meanwhile, he's doing everything she asks. Even if it means getting onto a podcast and doing an episode and putting his face out there, and he doesn't even want to do that. So let's get into it.
Towards you.
Okay.
As a man looking at another man's relationship with their woman, if he's been with a woman, let's say for like 3+ years and hasn't proposed yet, do you personally think that means he's unsure she's the one, or is timing just different for everybody?
Timing is different for everybody, but
Or both, I don't know.
I mean, it could be a lot of things. Like, it could be because being a man, you do have the thoughts of, I need to provide, or I need to be at a certain level. And even though not, it's not necessarily a requirement, but as a man, you do want to be able to provide for your family, like wholeheartedly. So I can see, a guy waiting years until he figures things out, before he proposes to that woman, So it don't always mean that I'll never do it.
I feel like a man knows if a woman is his wife within 6 months. And I also feel like inside of that, women that love you don't care if you have it all together yet. But I, as someone that's learned better, understand that a man never really feels empowered to powerfully choose. Honestly, if a man doesn't have his money together, he doesn't know God and he doesn't know his purpose, you're probably a placeholder as a woman. That's just the truth. Because if a man gets his money together, sometimes that is the reason. Now it's like, I'm prepared. Okay, let me pursue this. Let me make her an honest woman, whatever that could be. And I have a question for you about honest women after this. Please remind me. But if all that you're waiting for is your money to get right to make that commitment, you probably don't really value that woman. She hasn't brought the inspiration that's going to push you to the next level. And so she's there because she's allowing you to be there and waste her time. And so I think we as women, not to say that there's a time limit and there's no right way, because all relationships are different and they're all subjective and they all take time. And the younger you are, the more time that you should take. But if you're an adult, I personally think if you're over the age of 35 and you're intentional dating, 3 years is too long. Get somebody else to do it. Get a 25-year-old, get a 27-year-old, get a 23-year-old. They got that time to waste and to have fun and just see how it's going to go. But if you're an older adult, be intentional or don't. Which brings me to a question for you. I have two questions.
Yeah, bit of a word salad going on there. I might have even heard a contradiction. I mean, she did say that if a woman's into you, the money doesn't really matter. But we all know that Miss Sarah here is all about the money. So my take on all this, like if you're a dude, you out here doing your thing, you're in a relationship with a woman, you fully vetted her, you've taken your 2 years, like I say 2 years, and she was saying within 3 years you should be married. If that's what you want, fine. 2 years is enough time to vet somebody, right? So in my opinion. So if you've done the vetting, she checks out, you've been around her, you guys have, you want to be real careful with cohabitation, like living together, but you want the overlap. So y'all spend a lot of time together. You don't necessarily live there. Both of you still maintain your own residence, but there's a lot of overlap. It's enough overlap to where you know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean? You done the extended test drive, let's say, you know what it is, right? There's no one waiting until marriage to have sex anymore, right? So forget about that. So you've had that overlap. Been around, you've seen the good, the bad, you see how they live, you see how they move in, you see all that good stuff, right? You're dealing with a woman, it's been over 2 years. Let's say you propose to her year 2 of the vetting. Like, okay, you propose, she accepts. Yeah, you should be married within the next 12 months. But here's the thing. A lot of guys, they'll go through this process. They get the ring, they propose. They're happy with their choice. But then they see a side of her that they weren't expecting around the wedding. Things start getting crazy. Like, I want this, I want that, I want. Start demanding things. And that might be the last phase. That's the last thing you needed to see. Like, oh, yeah, I don't want to be with her. And let her keep the ring and move on. Like, you know what? I don't want to be with you. The engagement's off. Bye. You can let her keep the ring, but she should get a ring back. She shouldn't want to keep it. And if she keeps it, that just lets you know you made the right choice. So, in women, if you're dealing with a dude who's been stringing you along for 5, 6, 10 years, then that's on you. You just waited too long. There are people out here in relationships that never got formally married. They didn't want to do it. Neither one wanted to do it. And they, living happily ever after, whatever. They're together every day. They share their lives, but they're not married. They're not legally married. So, and depending on what state they're in, they might be, you got that issue where common law marriage applies in certain states. But for the most part, they're like, look, we ain't worried about it. Their relationship works. But I see the point. There's definitely a point where you're wasting a woman's time or wasting a man's time. Like there are women out here who will accept the engagement ring and won't commit to a wedding date because they're out doing whatever they're doing. So it's not, it's not just the men. It's not, this thing is not exclusive to men. Like, oh, he just refuses to marry me. Nah. Hey, but once you've done your vetting, this is the person you want, in my opinion. You put that, you ask her to marry you, you present that ring, you put that ring on her finger, you ask her to marry you. Yeah. When she said y'all should, it should happen within 12 months, I agree. Whatever y'all gonna plan out, and it shouldn't even be that difficult because you've had that talk. If you're dealing with a woman in an extended relationship, you guys are committed to one another, you've already had that talk with her. She's already asked you, where is this going? Every dude has ever dealt with a woman, they know what I'm talking about. Fellas, for you guys who are doing the work and you just dragging yourself out of the bottom 80, you're getting into the top 20. When you start dealing with women and that woman is into you and she's investing all of her time and effort and energy with you, at one point she's going to sit down with you and she's going to ask you, so what are we doing here? Where is this going? She's talking about the relationship. And she's not demanding that you propose to her on the spot or anything like that. She just wants to know, is this, hey, are we going to do this? Are we headed that way? Or you just happy having me come over here and smash and all this other kind of stuff or whatever? She wants to know. And at that point, you can tell it. Don't lie to her. If you're like, look, I really like you, but I'm nowhere near ready for marriage. I don't think I'll be ready for marriage in 5 years. Tell her. And if she's okay with that number, if she's like, all right, 5 years, all right, I'll invest that. Good. A lot of women won't like that. They'll just fade away. They'll go out and find some other dude. Because if she's ready to take that step and, to use the term that Miss Sarah just used right here, make her an honest woman, right? She's ready to take that step. She's ready to take that step. So don't play, man. Don't play with her emotions like that, bro. Because if you do, it's going to cost you on the back end. Just always be honest. Just, hey, it is what it is. I really dig you, right? So I plan on us, getting to, well, you had a conversation. It's like, well, wait, she's going to ask you, where is this going? And it's up to you to say, I want you to be my woman. I want us to be us. And she's going to say, what does that mean? We're going to get married one day? So yes, if the answer is yes, we're going to get married one day. And I think it's going to happen within this time frame. Or if the answer is no, tell her. But don't string her along like that. If you're still running your rotation, you got a rotation 5 strong, she's number 1, and she's starting to really commit and get into you. When she sits you down and says, hey, let's have that, where are we talk, don't lie to her. Just tell her, like, nah, I'm out here doing me right now. I'm not ready for that. And let her go. Your number 2 moves up to the number 1 slot, man. You go find somebody else to fill, to fill in, right? Because you're going to need another 5. So everybody moves up. Your number 2 becomes 1 and all that kind of stuff. You go out and get you another 5. And you continue to run your rotation, spin your plates, right? But don't lie to these women, bro. Tell them the truth. Now, with this couple right here, I don't think dude's spinning plates. I don't think any of that. I think he really wants to marry this woman. But it doesn't seem to me that he's vetted her, and that might bite him in the ass later.
Remind me about the thing I just already forgot that I asked you to remind me about. But my second question is,
I forgot the question already.
damn, both of us, we just tore up. But this is what I will say, because technically, according to the internet, I'm cooked. I'm above 35. I've never been married. Mm-hmm. I don't have children, which says I'm a red flag. Why would you, a man that has all of these options, a lot of the options, also indulged in some options, why would you choose a woman that is 37 instead of a woman that is 27? Is that a good question?
Yeah.
That's an amazing question.
Yeah, why would you, bro?
That is a good question. It's a good one. Whoever wrote that one. Why would I?
Because she's fine.
Just saying an age is one thing. It's who's the age attached to. This age that we talk about, 37, is attached to Sarah. Like, it ain't too many of you at any age.
Say, look at her, she fine.
So wherever you can get her at, you better take her. I just so happy to get you at 37. I would have took you at 27. I would have took you at, whenever I can get you. But at the same time, now that I have you at 37, the benefits of that, I would say you are wise.
Thank you.
You are, like, we talk about a lot of stuff, not just business wise, just, different experiences that you've had that maybe I haven't had and you can tell me about, or you really know yourself now. Like, I would never go for this, or I've already tried this before and I know I would never do that. So you know yourself so well, and the experiences that you coming with are like super valuable,
But why wouldn't you want a young woman who is malleable, like who you can?
Bro, listening to this, I know she has a podcast, but it's like, are you trying to talk dude out of this engagement? Because trust me, if he can find a woman who's 27 years old, 24 years old, early, very, very, like late 20s, that looks just like Miss Sarah here, bro, he'll take it. Right? he would. Well, I'll take that back. He's in love with this woman. So again, he let his emotions out. If he had kept his emotions in and came and found a younger version of her, I think he would make a move on the younger version. It just makes more sense because it's like, all right, I want to have kids, and she's younger. It's going to be easier in theory. You know, the younger you are, the easier it is to have kids. You know, versus a woman who's going to be really dealing with issues trying to have a baby because of her age. Go with the young girl. And like she's about to say, hey, you can basically mold this young girl and you can show her things. And it's like, yo, Miss Sarah, stop talking. You're going to talk yourself out of this thing.
Conform into whatever it is that you want. Why would you want a woman that's technically cooked? Is there value in a woman that's cooked?
Yeah, the value in your experience, the value in your connections, yeah, there's a lot of value in you.
Okay. Well, why not someone that's 27?
Well,
Don't they have value? Can't they have the same connections?
I mean, connections take time, so and it's pros and cons with both, to be honest.
Tell me the cons.
The cons with a 27-year-old?
For both.
This doesn't make sense. Like, what is she doing? Like, I get it. You have a podcast and you're trying to do your thing, but what are you doing? Sometimes you want to do a little fluff piece. Sometimes you want to just, toss softballs to to the person you're interviewing, especially if the person you're interviewing is a high value man who just proposed to you. Like, dude is sitting here thinking, like, what are you doing? He's doing his best to not answer off the top of his head and just give, hey, am I cooked because I'm 35? Yeah, in the sexual marketplace, yeah, you are. But lucky for you, there's me. Hey, lucky for you, Miss Sarah, you found the high value man. It's just one of those things. Like, it's like, yes, you're cooked. You took too long. You probably passed on a bunch of dudes, and I get it. You didn't like them. You didn't like what they were doing. You had dudes that were cheating on you. You had the other dudes that were telling you the truth. Like, look, I'm gonna still step out. I'm gonna do what I do. Like, you don't control anything over here. If I ask you to make some fried chicken, you better make some fried chicken. Like, you just some dudes like, oh, this is how your mom get down, and you ain't doing this. You're cooked. But to bring this dude on here, right? And say, hey, explain, am I cooked? Is he going to say, yeah, you cooked? Of course he's not. He just asked you to marry him. But he's not going to just, just break it down and say, hey, in the sexual marketplace, yeah, it's going to be tough for that woman who's older, right? You cannot compete with the younger version of yourself. You just can't. Yeah, you have a lot of experiences, but that means you got a lot of scars, bro. You've been in a lot of battles. You done put in work. You an OG. Let me get this little baby gangster so I can keep her away from too much trauma. She's gonna hit some trauma, but let me try to help her avoid the trauma. Let me let me invest in her and feed her, not just emotionally, but like they say, spiritually. Let me, show her the way. Yeah, the younger person is gonna be more advantageous. It's just like now. I'm a mid 50 air traffic controller, right? I'm already retired, but I will be coming up on a mandatory retirement age anyway. Right. So, yeah, I come in like I want to be an air traffic controller. And there's a young controller that's applying for the same position. You go with the youth. You go with the youth. Like, I'm just applying to be just a controller. I'm not talking about today's ATC world in America because it's all jacked up. They would love to have me. I'm not coming back. But I'm just saying, you're going to invest your money with the youth, the person that you can grow with as an organization. You look at any professional sport. Right, look at Cincinnati Bengals. We got Joe Burrow, probably one of the best quarterbacks the league has ever seen. He gets hurt a lot. That's the Bengals' fault for not getting him an offensive line, but we're not going to talk about sports too deeply. But Joe Burrow gets hurt. They bring in Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, one of the second oldest active quarterback in the NFL. Now, Joe Flacco came in and just did a really, really good performance against a division rival in the Pittsburgh Steelers, who has the oldest active quarterback in the NFL. They were going back and forth. It's an amazing football game. But you're not going to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into Joe Flacco because he's too old. You want the young version. You want the young QB that you can invest in and grow your organization with. Joe Flacco's only going to give you hopefully one good year. Hopefully, remember, he started his season in Cleveland. So, you know, I don't know why women get so upset when they hear that. It's like, yo, you know, younger women have it better. Yeah, that's a fact. You know what I mean? You talk to women like, when you were younger, you had it better, right? Well, yeah. And ladies, I mean, I know you don't, a lot of ladies don't like to hear it, but ladies, you can't compete with the younger version of yourself. You just can't. Just like I can't compete with the younger version of myself. I can't outrun the younger me. The younger me was jumping out of airplanes and doing all kind of military stuff. I can't do that stuff now. My body won't hold up. I dropped something on my toe the other day and it broke my toe. I got a broken toe with one leg. The other leg, something's wrong with my foot. It's in constant pain. I got aches in my hips and my knees and my shoulders and my neck. I'm constantly in pain. In my mid-50s, when I was in my mid-20s, didn't nothing hurt, bro. I was out there doing all kind of crazy stuff. So, you can't compete with the younger version of yourself. Ladies, that's just how it is. So here's Miss Sarah with this serious look on her face. Look at this look on her face. Like, look at this look. She's asking this guy why. Basically, she's saying, hey, why are you messing with me? Am I cooked? Look at the face. To me, this looks a little bit like a self-sabotage right here, bro. Self-sabotage. And he's doing everything he can to accommodate. And, he doesn't want to be in his interview in the first place. And now he's sitting here thinking like, damn, what is going on here? And he's doing everything he can. He's bending over backwards trying to give the answer he believes she wants. If I were him, I just would have gave a straight answer. I'm like, well, look, yeah, I think you're beautiful, obviously. I love the way you move. Like, if I were him, this is what I would be saying. Like, I love the way you move. You're the one that I want. Now, can you compete with the younger version of yourself? No, you cannot. The younger version of yourself is going to beat you out every time. Yes, you have experience, but with that experience came battle scars. The younger version of yourself doesn't have those battle scars. Dudes don't want that, right? The younger version of herself will probably make that chicken right away. Whereas the older version of Miss Sarah still ain't made that fried chicken for old boy. Those are the obvious things. And again, if I'm dude, he's 6 months in. If I'm dude, I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay. Like, now I'm starting to think of, she's forcing him to think of the negative things. Like, yeah, you don't want to cook for me. Yeah, you're a little bit too alpha. Yeah, you refuse to stay home. Like, if you go out for girls' night, you refuse to not take the girls' trips. You refuse to not remove the males from your social media. You still interact with a bunch of random men or men that you say that you've known or whatever. I don't like that. He's starting to, now he's starting to think like, well, man, do I want to marry this woman? Let me know what y'all think, bro. I think this is a little bit of self-sabotage here, man. Let me know what y'all think.
Let's do 37.
Okay.
The cons in a 37-year-old. Not necessarily you, but just a 37-year-old. You could be broken.
Paul Pierce said that.
Like I said, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about just a 37-year-old.
Why would a 37-year-old be broken?
Too many battles.
She could have been broken. She's been through so many heartbreaks. The guys that have done her wrong, she could be broken.
Too many.
Okay.
Too many battles.
What if she's not broken? I don't know.
What if she's not broken?
I feel like a 27-year-old is more likely to be broken than a 37-year-old.
Why?
You know why
A
she's
27-year-old is still figuring themselves out. A 37-year-old, we know who we are. We're not getting broken anymore.
She said that because she's competing with 27-year-olds and she can't compete. So yeah, you think they're broken. I'm better than that. No, you're not.
I think, as a
beg to
woman.
differ. I think a 27-year-old or 25-year-old, like, they haven't seen everything yet. They haven't experienced everything yet. So they don't think the world is, so dark because they haven't, had their heart broken as many times, whatever the case is. And, they probably have a easier outlook on what a man would do for him, or what a man, does he really love me? I think when you're older, sometimes you bring a lot of baggage.
Like what, kids?
I mean, kids is big, or just Baggage as in
Emotional damage. That's what he's talking about.
just past traumas.
You don't feel like young women have past traumas?
They just don't have as many because they hadn't lived as long.
So what's their cons for young women?
A younger woman just being naive, being
That's it.
not as stable in life.
Shouldn't have to be.
You know,
There are no real cons. Sister Sarah's sitting there listening. She's like, "Oh, you said about 5 or 6 things about me being old, and there's only one thing about being young." If you get a young person, if you want to deal with it, bro, like they're people hate to hear the word trained, but they're easily trained, especially if they're into you. They still on that puppy love, bro. They haven't mastered their emotions yet. So the younger girls, if they like you, they like you. Right? They're not gonna trip, especially if you're the guy that's teaching them things and providing experiences they've never had before. Right? If you take a young woman, you take a 23-year-old, 24-year-old to Milan or to Turks and Caicos, or hell, if you take her to LA and she ain't never been to LA before, and you fly her out there first class or business class, and you have her stay in one of the finest hotels. Most young women aren't accustomed to that unless they come from privilege. They're not accustomed to that. So you're teaching her things. You're gonna take her to the finest restaurants. You're gonna take her to events where she's walking the red carpet. She's gonna have someone shove a microphone in her face and ask her what she's wearing, and you know what I mean. Or she's gonna get to meet celebrities and very powerful people. She's gonna be holding onto your arm and she's gonna be like, "Wow, it's an experience for her." She's gonna love that experience. Now you take a 35-year-old on that same experience, and she might be complaining. Like, yeah, it's business class, but we're on this airline. I always fly that airline. We're on Delta. I always fly American. Oh, you don't have the universal pass. Oh, you bringing too many bags. You take her to the hotel. I mean, the W is okay, but I prefer the Roosevelt. If we stay at the Roosevelt, it'd been closer to the event. Right? You get to the event, you get out the car, you're on the red carpet. She knows everybody. Right? So the dude is like, "What's going on?" You can't really provide any experiences for an older woman, especially an older woman who's out there doing the work like a dude. You can't really provide experiences for her that she hasn't already experienced. It's like, okay, all right, well, next time we take a trip, I'll make sure I go American. She's like, "Yeah, but I would have, Jimmy would have let us fly in his, Falcon jet." Who is Jimmy? And he has a Falcon, right? You know what I mean? Or he has a Challenger, or he has a Gulfstream. So when you're dealing with older women, they made their play at the highest of high value men and couldn't get on. And now she's coming down to you, because that's what it is in her mind. She's coming down to you, although you're still high value, right? That's not a good place. So yeah, the young girl, she ain't never dealt with any of that. She ain't never rode in Jimmy's Falcon. She ain't never been to the Roosevelt. She doesn't rub elbows with executives. Like, she's never been on someone's yacht. So that's why older guys, especially successful guys, go for the younger women.
It kind of sounds like a 27-year-old is better. Because what I'm hearing, and y'all tell me if I'm crazy. I mean, I know you're not talking about me in particular, but it sounds like more older women come with baggage. They come with more trauma. Yes, they might have more stability, but that's not really something that men are seeking.
Facts.
And it sounds like younger women are more naive, which means they're probably more fun, which means they probably aren't so set inside of who they are. And
Which means they're a blank slate. There's nothing negative about that. They're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It's like, wow, I want to learn. That's what you want, as opposed to the woman with that 1,000-yard stare. You don't want that woman that's been through more battles than you.
they have more time to give you children.
That too. Biggest
All
thing.
good points.
Biggest
Right.
thing.
So why would you choose me? Let's take it out of general and make it into you and I, a 37-year-old over a 25-year-old.
Because it's you.
What if he just got up like, you know what? You're right. Give me that ring back, and just ran out the studio? What is she doing? This sounds like self-sabotage. When I see something like this, I'm wondering, like, does Miss Sarah think she's settling for this dude? Why would you ask these questions? What's going on? He's trying to say, I'm not talking about you. I'm in general. I'm saying this. I'm saying that. And then she comes back with every red pill talking point that's out there. Little Shorty's been out here in these red pill spaces. She's been down this red pill rabbit hole. And it sounds like she agrees with what's being said. Like she's, and it's like, Shorty, be happy. This Miss Sarah right here should be happy that this guy went out and bought a $10,000 engagement ring and put it on her finger. And it's like, I want you to be a part of my life, and I'm going to accept you on your terms. She gets to choose the terms. You want to talk about a desperation play? She just pulled off a Hail Mary. And y'all know the Hail Mary in football, the Hail Mary is like less than 5% successful in the NFL. Right? And all of football, high school, college, and all that kind of stuff is like 20% successful. So, and for those who don't know, the Hail Mary is when, your team is down and it's just a last ditch effort play. The quarterback just throws the ball as hard as he can. The ball lands in the end zone, bounces around it, and it lands with, one of your guys catches the ball. Right? That works less than 5% of the time. Right? And I think the number actually might be lower than that. It might be 3%, but I just say less than 5%, which means 95% of the time, right? The Hail Mary doesn't work. She just threw a Hail Mary and got a dude. She's winning. She just threw a Hail Mary. And now she's sitting there asking this guy, okay, quit making it general. Let's talk about me. Why are you choosing me and not somebody younger? What are you trying to do? I don't understand.
You, Sarah.
No, I want to know.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the age has nothing to do with it. I'm choosing Sarah. Like, I have to get you where I met you at.
Oh,
He's choosing Sarah because he didn't control his emotions. He fell in love with her. He had to have her. That's all that is. You ever go car shopping? You see a car, and you just got to have that car, even though it's not the best deal, even though that might not be the best car. You're just out there and it's like, I got to have this car. Or ladies, you go shopping, you see a dress. I got to have this dress. I got to have these shoes. It's like, well, you want to get these shoes over here, these random generic shoes. You want to spend all this money, but you can spend 10% less and come over here and get some Louboutins. I saw some Louboutins, same type shoes on sale, red bottom. You can get those for 10% less. Want to get the Louboutins? Nope, I gotta have these shoes over here. I gotta have these Miss Jenkins shoes that I found over here in JCPenney's or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like some people they fixate, they lock in on there. This is why you gotta keep your emotions in check. Men, I can't tell you enough. Keep your emotions in check. How do I know? Because I screwed up. I screwed up more than once. Let my emotions out way too soon, only to get my face cracked. Keep your emotions in check. I understand it's difficult to do that, but you must master your emotions.
okay, so for a woman, so give me qualities of a me for women to say, okay, this is what I get to work on, so that whether you're 27 or 37, a man like you that has a ton of options, and women literally do everything for you for nothing from you, which is crazy to me. How do they bag that man? Does that question make sense? Like, is that a useful question?
Can you reword
Nope.
that maybe?
Like, because the internet is weaponizing age, and it's weaponizing singleness, and it's making women that are older feel like Paul Pierce says, we're cooked, right? Once
Told
we
you.
hit 35, really.
Told you it was Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce reached down there and did something to her soul, bro. And now she's like, well, we got to say something to these women out here. Look, the wall comes for all of us. Ladies, if you take too long, there's going to be some problems. Dudes don't care about most of the things that women think they care about. Dudes don't. What do dudes care about? Youth, beauty. They want their woman to be fit, friendly, and feminine. That's it. That's it. Right? That end of statement. That's where it goes. That's what dudes are looking for. Dudes don't care about your money. They don't care about your status. They don't care what you've done with your life. They don't care how many letters are behind your name. Dudes don't care about that. Right? If Miss Sarah looked like Lizzo, dude would not be sitting there next to her talking about let's get married. Simple as that. Are there exceptions to the rule? Clearly. You can be 30 plus, 40 plus and still beautiful and get a lot of attention from men. But are those men going to try to marry you? Not the top tier guys, not the high value guys, right? The guys in the bottom 80, yeah, they'll love to. But if you're that woman and you're trying to get yourself a multi-millionaire, that's throwing a Hail Mary. And she's looking for like, well, tell us, tell us us women who are older, what we need to do to get a high value guy, what we need to do to get a top tier guy. It's too late. You can go ahead and throw the Hail Mary, maybe it'll work, but no dude is going to deal with that. Add to the fact that the older women get, the more alpha traits that they inherit. There's more stuff they got to do. If they're climbing that corporate ladder, you got to be alpha. I only know one woman that's climbed the corporate alpha and still maintain her femininity. And she's a beast with it. But all the other women I know, they take on masculine qualities. So, what he should say is like, look, if you're older, no kids, whatever, all this stuff you're talking about, you need to do what I did. You get the one that you wanted when you could get them. Like, guys, you just got to tell them, like, you're not going to be able to get the high value man. It's going to be really difficult. That's a Hail Mary. Get the guy that is in love with you. Get the guy that's going to do whatever he can for you. Get the guy who's willing to put his life on the line for you. Get that guy. Get the guy who wants you. Right? Because all these women, they want the same dudes, and these dudes got way too many choices. You notice she keeps saying that. You got all these choices, you got all these women. These women be doing stuff for you, and you don't even ask for nothing in return. This woman is really, this is a bad look for her. I wonder if they're gonna make it down the aisle.
33 or really 30. Once we hit 30, we're cooked, our eggs are dried up, we're no good, nobody wants us anymore, right? So why have you now, a man that has options, you have money, you have a huge house, you have investments, you're handsome, you're 6'7" 3/4. You got a lot of, you surpassed the 4 6s, all of them. And there's way more than that, right? So why would you or someone like you that has options choose to lock in with someone that is older?
Yeah, why would you, homie?
So I'm just gonna reword it a little bit. I'm choosing to lock in with Sarah, right?
Okay.
And what do you do for me? What makes me choose you over anybody else?
Yes.
It's the way you make me feel, like when we together.
The way you make me feel.
How rare you are, even though the age, having no kids.
He's in love.
The life lessons, that you've demonstrated to me just, in the time that we've been together. I just know that with us together, like how stronger I'm going to become because of you. Like the motivation, like the push, I feel
Merch.
you so happy and jolly that,
Look it.
it just automatically like transitions to me. Like, so, you say it all the time, like I'm a grumpy, whatever. Like you wake up and you like,
grumpy.
hello, and all of this, and and that automatically like transitions to me, and it makes me feel in a better place. Like, so it's a lot of, intangible things that I can't even just articulate like
We'll
that.
try.
So her value add, like ladies, if you're trying to get you a high value man, you're going to have to add value to that dude. Even the top tier dudes, you're going to have to add value if you want them to keep you around. Sister Sarah's, like I said, I keep saying how beautiful he is. She knows this. Everyone knows, like, she's very attractive, right? Not a problem. She's got a guy, like she said, he's 6'7". He's over 6'7". Like this dude, like, what was this dude in the NBA or something? Like, dude, where'd he get his bread from? Like, here's a guy that's really made it, and he's saying that her value add to him is her attitude. Like, man, you're just so bubbly, like beautiful, you're bubbly. I'm a bit of a grump. You motivate me to go out here and do what I got to do. You make my day easier, which in turns make the load lighter. Like, it's not like she's cooking and cleaning and all that kind of stuff. Right? And it doesn't sound like he needs that because he could pay somebody to do all that. But it sounds to me that Miss Sarah is this guy's muse, right? Like, all right, I just, you know me, I wake up, I ain't feeling right. I'm about 75% and I just see you. I look over and see you laying there, or you're up joking and doing all this kind of stuff, and it just makes my day. Plus, she's easy on the eyes. I bet you her body is together. And he's like, all right, that's cool. And he's going to get the smash. You know what I mean? Even if that goes away, he's going to get that every now and then. But when men fall in love with women, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, they want it. They want sex all the time. But when they're really in love with the woman, I mean, you know, every time they get it, it's just like a special thing for them. Like it's weird, especially like when you in love like that. Like you don't even be thinking like that. Some of us are just horn dogs. Like I'm trying to get it all the time out there. Right? But some dudes, he might be one of those dudes. He ain't gotta have it like that. Hey, I'm just taking a leap of faith here. I don't know what's going on in their bedroom. It doesn't matter. That doesn't include me. It is what it is. But I'm just saying I've seen guys who are like, hey man, I ain't really worried about getting sex from her because she does all these other things for me. Her value add is different. And I think that's what it is with this guy. Miss Sarah's value add to him is different. And he wants her because first of all, he wants her, he's in love with her. And secondly, it's her attitude. He's probably constantly thinking about her. He loves to get a text message from her, a call from her, to see her. He just loves it. Good for him. Good for her. That's the value add. Sis, don't piss him off. Don't mess that up. If I were her, if I were to, you know, we have signals when we do the podcast and we do the Up and Smoke podcast. We have signals that we use. It's like get off of that topic. I can give the signal to my co-host, like get off that topic. Someone should be giving her the signal to get off this topic, but she won't. She's just on this topic. I guess in her mind, she's gonna have some sort of crusade to tell these older women like, yo, you're just as good as the young girls. You're not. I mean, it is what it is. There are many men out there that love to be with you, but when you're talking about the top tier guys and above them, the high value guys, bro, it's an uphill battle. They're gonna want something different, and they get to choose.
For the women
I'm
at
trying.
home, because they want to know, how do they get a man? How do they get a 7-figure
They don't.
earning, 6'7" tall, freaking fit? I ain't gonna talk about what's mine and all the other things. How do they? I'm not, because I don't want nobody gunning for my man. Thank you very much. But I say that to say, how, like, what is a man like you? Because a lot of people in our circle are like you. Well, not like you, but
Right, I'm finna say.
they ain't like you, but you know what I mean. But how
How do they do it?
what
They
are the
don't.
I don't know. They
intangibles?
can't.
There it is. He gave an honest answer. They can't. There's not enough of them. This is why these guys are rare. This is why these guys are at the top of the food chain. They get to choose. Ladies, you can't get him. It's a Hail Mary. And if you get his attention, you come up with a real value add, that's your best hope. But that goes for all women. If that young girl has the same type of value, he's going to go with the young girl. But that was the first honest answer he gave in this part of the interview, bro. Like, yeah, she can't. And you hear what she said? There's, in her world, there are plenty of guys that are like 7 feet, making tons of money, handsome, in shape. All it. In her world, that's all she sees. But that's not the real world. That is one bubble. She need to come down into these trenches and see what's really out here. And she just doesn't like what she's saying. It's like, babe, you need to just be happy you got lucky and got this dude. Don't push him away.
It's hard. I'm sorry.
No, you gotta give hope, babe.
I'm giving hope.
That's zero hope.
It's the crazy thing about it is the women that qualify, they know. They already know.
Okay, so for the young
The
women,
people that we speaking to probably just not it.
okay, so I agree with you. How do they become it?
I don't know, man. Y'all got me feeling like Kevin Samuel or something, be reincarnated. I don't know.
It's a wrap.
It's hard out here, y'all.
You just gonna leave them on no hope?
Yep.
How do you asking
Can
them?
you give them 5 characteristics or traits?
No.
5
that
a man is looking for in a woman. That's a fair question.
all right, beautiful,
Okay, I agree with that.
in shape.
Fit.
I'm gonna lump that with
Let's go with
beautiful.
beautiful.
No, those are two different things. You could be beautiful and fat.
It's our
Just-
first rule.
Nice.
Friendly.
Okay.
Being like I said, you the nicest, jolliest person I know.
Sarah is not nice. She's
I'm
Who?
kind.
She may not be nice to you.
Well, I'm saying she's kind.
I'm not a pushover, is what she's
No,
saying.
she's not a pushover.
That's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
and I've heard you say this before. Like, that's your version of nice. Nice, polite, just a joyful person to be around.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, you know,
That's fair.
that's what I mean.
Okay.
Just being a joyful person.
Okay.
We got 2 down. You know, having some good, you know, sex helps.
No, because we don't teach women to have sex quickly.
But it still helps.
We didn't have sex quickly.
Oh,
Alright,
but
so take that away
he's
then.
smashing.
What's another problem?
We didn't have sex quickly, but we smashing. All right, like I said, no one's waiting till marriage anymore. You know, guys are always talking about, I want a virgin. It's hard to find in this country, right? Okay, fine. Like, it is what it is. I don't believe I've ever been with a virgin in my life. I never will be. Like, it is what it is, guys. I don't get that thing, but I do understand if you can get a woman, you're the only man that she's ever been intimate with. Yeah, she's really going to be into you. It's going to be real hard for her to want to jump on another man. She's not going to want to do it. It's going to make her sick, especially if she's into you. But, you know, you heard what she said. Like, you know, he's being honest. He's trying to, she said, give me five traits. He's giving her traits and she's like saying, nope, that's the same as that. Nope, you can't say this. Like, shorty, what are you doing? What are you doing? Technology has shown women, like, this is the way it is. This is the way it is. Like old boy's like, I ain't trying to be like Kevin Samuels, but everything that Kevin Samuels said, go listen to him. You know, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. But you want to know, go listen to him. And ladies, if you're out here, if you really want to know, like, how to at least get into the orbit of a top tier man or a high value man, y'all should listen to Stay Slick with Kit. Listen to that dude. He's English. His YouTube channel, Stay Slick with Kit. Check him out. He's trying to help women get there. But the bottom line is, for the vast majority of women, you're not going to be able to pull it off. You're not going to be able to get one of these guys. You're talking about the top 5%. You're not going to be able to get them. There's not enough of those dudes to go around. If you want one of those dudes, you're going to have to share them. And that's what Kevin Samuels was saying. And even with her, she's lucky dude ain't trying to smash something else. Otherwise, Miss Sarah will have to share this guy. 7-footer, millionaire, business owner, done all the stuff he's supposed to do, did it right. Come on now. I don't know if he has kids or not. They never talked about that. But you know, she asked him to name some traits. He's naming traits and she's not accepting them. It's crazy. Right.
Being available.
No.
She wants
a hoe.
Okay. Not promiscuous.
That helps.
Okay. Beautiful fit, joyful disposition. Don't be promiscuous. This is good. We're getting somewhere.
We getting somewhere.
Okay.
These aren't
You
his
care
traits.
she's
These are her traits.
Would you rather have?
Yeah, I care if she's smart.
Would you rather have a beautiful idiot, meaning her IQ is low, or a universally unattractive woman that's nurturing, loving, caring, there for you, it's supportive, encouraging, and successful monetarily?
The beautiful idiot.
I'd rather have a beautiful idiot.
The beautiful
That's
idiot.
2-0 right now.
Wow.
It's honest.
Hilarious. They don't like it when he's honest. You see what's going on? If those are my choices, I'm going to take the beautiful idiot. I'm going to try to do my best to Helen Keller her, bro. I'm going to work on her. We're going to work on some shit. I'll take the beautiful idiot. And I'm not even a 7-foot millionaire with all the stuff that she said he has. Every man is going to choose the beautiful idiot. I get where she's coming from. Being in a relationship with a truly dumb person, it sucks, bro. It sucks. It's like taking care of a kid, bro. I know this. I know. Dealing with dumb people, dealing with a dumb person is not cool. It's not cool. It just takes work, though. You got to be patient. And if she's fine enough, you give me an avatar of someone who looks like Sister Kim. Keep saying Kim, Miss Kim here. You get somebody who looks like Miss Kim here, but she's dumb as a box of rocks. I'll take her. I'll take her all day long, and we're gonna work on her being dumb. So long as she's loyal, that means she's good to go. She be dumb as a box of rocks, but smart enough to know she ain't gonna mess up her situation. A guy's gonna take that dumb woman. You saying, you know, I'm gonna take would you take a dumb, beautiful woman over a Lizzo? Yeah, all day long. These women get so mad. I don't understand. It's the game. Quit hating the players. Hate the game. And ladies, y'all designed this game, by the way.
I'd rather have a beautiful idiot than
Ugly smart woman.
nurturing girl. That's just me. Like
It's
that's
not just you. I feel like we're asking
Facts.
all the men this, and they're all saying the same thing.
Exactly.
What do you mean why?
Men are aesthetically leading.
I don't need you to calculate my math problems. You know, what? You know, I nurturing is cool, but
Beauty is better.
we got Uber Eats too. You know, I would love to have all of it. Don't get me wrong. Give it to me. Give me beautiful, smart, you know, nurturing, all of that. But if I had to choose between an ugly girl that got it all and a beautiful girl that got some of it, I'm gonna take the beautiful girl.
100% of the
What
time.
about you, Sarah? Would you choose an ugly man?
See, that's I
No.
can answer that for
Vice
you.
versa. What would
I
you
can answer
say?
that for you.
I'm curious.
You gonna answer it for me?
Yeah. Oh, so would she choose a ugly man that had it all
Yes.
versus a handsome guy?
It was
That has
broke.
nothing. Absolutely not.
He has nothing.
Well,
He got something.
Maybe 30%.
She gonna go with the ugly guy.
Right.
sure.
I know this for a fact.
10,000%.
Yeah, she gonna go with the ugly
Because
guy.
women aren't aesthetic. Women want safety and security. Just because you look good, you can't do nothing for me, with me.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
get it.
point. I don't want you.
And we the opposite.
And men understand this. You will not hear a man fight on this. They just, I can't believe you're gonna take a beautiful girl who's dumb over an ugly girl who is fat and nurturing and that. Yeah, of course I am. But you spin it around, you're gonna take an ugly fat billionaire over a young man who's up and coming trying to do his thing and is a handsome dude. Yeah, I'm gonna take the right. And it's okay. And it's okay. Ladies, quit fighting this. I love this part. This is great.
That's a hazard. And men are aesthetic. So I'm not surprised. Masculine men are aesthetic. Feminine women are seeking safety and security. It's just the laws of nature, like, and it's not that one is bad or the other's right or wrong, or there is none of that. It's just human nature for the most part. And if you're willing to be honest, this is why I always say that women need to do the best with their genetic potential. You have no idea how many people, and I'm talking about if you want a masculine, high value, high earning man, how much you disqualify yourself from having that type of man when you let yourself go. When you get into a relationship, you disqualify yourself from that man when you let yourself go. That's something that we've both talked about. We have no problem. Look, if I already have a high standard for me. I don't like getting to a certain point. I'll be like, ooh, I need to go to the gym. I probably lost 5 pounds since I was like, ooh, and I've been in the gym. Like this can't be my life. I'm not doing it. I'm a floating 5. I feel comfortable 5 pounds, gaining 5 pounds. Some people feel comfortable gaining 30. Some people feel comfortable gaining 50. I'm not that person because my standard is high, unless I'm sick, So I think that you got to have your own standard for what you're okay with, because the truth is you'll also attract those people that have that same standard. What would you do? Would you leave me if I gained 100 pounds?
Probably.
Damn. It's crazy.
I don't think
try
so.
my best to get you back on track, but
I don't think he would leave her. Keeping it 100. I don't think he would leave her if she gained 100. If she gained 100 pounds tomorrow, yeah, he wouldn't marry her. But if she gained 100 pounds over the next 15 years, I don't think he would leave her. I really don't. Because he's really in love with her. Because she's still going to be pretty. I don't think he would leave her. But he's just being honest. He's like, yeah, and here's the thing. This is why she's going to struggle mentally. Because she's already, she floats 5 pounds, here and there, up or down 5 pounds. In the back of her mind, she's like, bro, if I don't keep it together, I'm going to lose this man. I'm going to lose this lifestyle. And, they didn't talk about kids, right? So it's like, if he wants kids, she's going to have a baby and she can't get the weight off. This is what starts to drive women crazy. This is a tough position to be in if you're that woman. Like, if the dude loves you completely, all the way loves you, and you gain weight, he ain't going to trip. Now, of course, he's not expecting that. No one would expect her to show up 100 pounds heavier. No one. Right? But if she put on 20 pounds, 30 pounds, he ain't going to get rid of her. I don't believe that.
and it take a while to gain 100 pounds. I mean, you really been neglecting yourself, us for a minute.
What if it was, what if in pregnancy I gain 35 pounds and I can't, and then I lose 20, but I can't get off that last 15?
Right, Dr. Miami.
15 pounds would look good on you, though. I think so. What you mean, Sarah? You look great.
Mommy makeover.
I mean, I would do it. I'm gonna tell y'all, I've said it before. If I don't feel good in my body, I'm getting surgery. I will do the best with my genetic potential. And if I can't get there, I'm getting surgery. I don't.
Ladies, that's unnecessary. That's unnecessary. Mommy makeover. You know, women are dying behind these procedures. That's not necessary. You just had a child. You're like, oh, you're more concerned with getting the weight off than you are with, you know, being happy that you got a child, especially religious people. These are supposed to be religious people. She was talking about God and money and all this other kind of stuff. This is why I don't rock with the religious people, because y'all got it all twisted up. Why? God blesses you with a child, and the only thing you could think of is I need to get rid of the extra weight. And if I can't get rid of the extra weight, I'm going to go and get plastic surgery and risk my life. I could die. I don't agree with that at all. And fellas, if this is the type of woman you want, fine. If this is what you want, you hear what he's saying. He's like, yeah, we'll just pay for you to go down there and get the weight taken off. Damn, for real? Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe he would dump her if she got on extra weight, 10, 15 extra pounds and can't get rid of it. Maybe he would dump her. That's crazy. And you know what? He could put that in the prenup. That could be grounds for a divorce, and that could be grounds for her only getting X amount of money. That's a tough life. Yeah, for you women out there who are looking for this lifestyle and you want to be with these dudes, if you're dealing with a dude who's on it like this, man, that's a tough life. I'd rather have a guy who's just like, man, I'm cool with the 15 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever. 100 pounds, no, we got to do something about that. We could just watch our diet and work out together and all that kind of stuff. But let's have the kids and let's explore that part of life. You know, like I say, man, people get what they deserve, bro. Be careful what you wish for, guys.
Feel bad about saying it. I don't care who judges it. This is my life. I want to feel good when I look in the mirror. Throw the whole man away. I don't care about that. I care about how I feel in my skin. And I know when I was overweight, because at my heaviest, when I was sitting down and pulling my shirt out every time that I sat down, when I was standing halfway behind people when we were taking pictures, when that was my life and my confidence was low, you also attract experiences, people, places, things, opportunities that are on that level. And I don't want no low vibrational experiences, people, places, things, or opportunities.
So what if I gained 100 pounds?
No, you wouldn't gain no 100.
She ain't going nowhere.
First of all, I feed you.
What if I got sick?
Well, if you're sick, it's
She ain't going nowhere. You lose 100 pounds, she ain't going nowhere. You lose 100 million, bye. We can all see that, right? Bye. And what she said about her weight and all that, man, that's a very vain statement. And pretty sure, like when you go into the religious text, you ain't supposed to be vain.
different. I'm going to take care of you. But if you're just neglectful, there's no way. There's no way.
Bullshit.
There's no way what?
Do you know how much
you gonna
would,
allow me
no,
to get it?
you know what you'd be eating for breakfast? Egg whites and avocado.
What if I was sneaking Big Macs?
No, ain't no way. I'm going to stab you with a Zempic while you're sleeping. Then you won't be hungry. You want me? What would you do?
Ozempic is under a class lawsuit.
Okay,
for-
Wegovy. Any of them. They all suppress your hunger. I'm doing something. I just got to pinch your stomach or get you in the booty while you sleeping once a week.
In
No.
the booty while you sleeping is crazy.
Hey.
With the needle of Wegovy, okay? They get you in the butt cheek.
I don't even know what go be.
I do.
that is.
It's all the same. That's why everybody's losing weight, because skinny is coming back. I'm coming back in style.
So guys, you want you a beautiful woman like this, man, this is what you're gonna be dealing with. Now there are women out there who are just naturally beautiful and they don't care. And I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't even want to listen to the rest of this. I'm gonna listen to the rest of this on my own. I suggest you guys do the same if you haven't. It's linked in the description below. I'm gonna listen to the rest of this later. It's only like 6 minutes left. You know what? We're gonna listen to the rest of it. We'll just might as well. It's only 6 minutes left. But when you want this type of woman, just know that there are beautiful women out there who aren't vain. There are beautiful women out there who just love life and love themselves, right? There are beautiful women out there who won't go crazy if they gain a few pounds, find one of them if you can. But if you get a woman like this, bro, you just got to deal with, you talk about baggage. I've never watched, this is the first It's Giving podcast I've ever watched. And I still haven't watched the whole thing, but this is very telling. And I've dealt with a lot of beautiful women in my day. And I've come across a couple women like this. You want to be careful that be careful dealing with women who take it to the extreme when it comes to their looks, right? Be real careful with that. And ladies, same thing. Be careful with those dudes who take it to the extreme when it comes to their body, their look, working out and stuff like that. Just be careful. Know what you're getting yourself into. Get yourself into a situation like this and it goes south. Just understand that that's on you. You accepted this. To me, these are red flags. But I'm not old boy. He gets to choose. He chose her. And it's going to be what it's going to be. I wonder if they're going to talk about money. He gains 100 pounds. Will she leave him? Absolutely not. But if he loses $100 million, he's out the door.
I was gone for a minute.
You ain't never been out of style.
Thank you. I'm slim. But when we have this baby, though.
Oh, you're talking about a baby?
Mm-hmm. I want to say thank you so much for this episode. There were so many more questions.
That's the end.
We're out of time.
That's the end. That's the end of that episode. And just real quick, I want to show you guys, there's a video she put out there where she wipes her makeup off. We could watch this real quick and then we're going to end this, because I thought this was going to take me 45 minutes. It's going to be over an hour and a half. But let's check this out, man. This is a video of Miss Kim wiping her makeup off. Here we go.
Very raw and transparent conversation.
Okay.
I've seen you wake up and go to the bathroom and do your routine, and then you put your makeup on. And you don't even have to be doing anything that day. You could just go to the store, but you have a face full of makeup on. What is up with the always having to wear makeup every regular day?
Well, I feel like if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. I enjoy makeup. Like, I love makeup. Now, that being said, I'm definitely a transformer.
You're not.
Of Transformers.
Your face is the same.
I am Optimus Prime.
No, you're not.
You know what it is? Honestly, it's my dark circles. That's like my biggest insecurity. I definitely have dark circles under my eyes. I hate that for me.
So, can you take the makeup off?
I'm just gonna go wash my face and come back.
I need you to, I need you to do a thing.
Y'all want me to wipe off my full face of makeup? I want to know in the
same-
comments, guys, should I wipe my face and do, wow, someone said yes, and do this whole episode makeup free? Catalia said, do it, girl. Somebody said, let's see. Somebody said, we are going to say yes.
Go ahead and wipe that makeup off. Do it. Right.
I'm taking off everything.
Taking off everything.
Yeah, she's
I don't have
wiping.
no highlighter anymore. My whole face ain't bright anymore.
Man, she's looking better and better as she takes that stuff
Somebody
off,
said,
bro.
why are you doing this? Because they keep saying that Sarah can't be seen without makeup. Thank you.
Thing.
Somebody said no difference. You see what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
God. I ain't done yet.
You look exactly the same.
Okay, so just so you guys can actually
She looks
see,
better.
There's no more brown on here.
She looks
This is it.
she looks better.
Good job. Bareface Sarah. What I do actually love about this is I am on a skincare journey, and right now I feel very beautiful in my own skin, and makeup blocks my radiance.
Somebody said
That woman looks beautiful, yo. She looks beautiful with no makeup on. Man, look at that. She took her makeup off. This is what I look for. If I can find a woman that looks like this with no makeup on, you wake up next to her every morning, bro. That's gonna 1,000x your life. It's a beautiful woman. Yet she smothers herself with makeup every single day. She doesn't even have to. She doesn't even have to. I just want you guys to see that. Wow, man, that was very telling, bro. Like, just again, like I said, be careful dealing with the people who are very vain and into themselves. Be very careful with that. In the Old Testament, remember the kid that had the golden locks, the hair that remember that story? Bible people, hit me up in the comments, let me know where that is. Because I remember, because I went to a Lutheran school for a few years when I was little. And I remember they had these big coloring book Bible things, right? And I remember that story. I just remember there was the son of a wealthy man or something like that, and he had, and I'm not talking about Samson, but it was a kid that had this hair, and his hair got caught up in some trees. He was running, trying to get away from his enemies or whatever. And they caught him and they did him in. I'm gonna have to find that story in the Bible. But, being vain is, man, you gotta be careful with that. Dealing with someone who is vain, if they lose their beauty, bro, I mean, it's like their beauty defines them. They become ugly, right? On the outside, they become very hateful. This is why dealing with people with low self-esteem, it's a problem, be very problematic. So guys, that was something. The age thing and their relationship, man, I wish them luck. Miss Sarah and her 7 foot tall fiance, I wish them all the luck in the world. If dude loses his money, she's out the door. And if she gets fat, she's out. He's going to put her, he's out the door. So, crazy. So, all right, that's it. That's it for today. At least that's it for this episode. We might come back later with another one. We might talk about some stuff. Who knows? I might jump on later on this evening. I'm gonna do something Friday and Saturday for sure. Just trying to get the algorithm to start pushing this content out again. But yeah. I know I just jumped on randomly. None of our day ones were able to jump on, and that's fine. But I still appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate all the support that we get from everyone. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. But yeah, that's it. That's part 2 from friend zone to husband. Crazy work, man. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Let me know what you have to say in the comments. I'll definitely check it out, and I do my best to respond to your comments. And I'll talk to y'all later, man. I'm DL Saint. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.